I'd like she spent many times for us here in this market of Suva. They have to give some more times for us. Very quick, only 15 minutes. Oh, I see, only 15 minutes. It's no good.
Afterwards, the press officers and the staff were spinning it as a security issue. Well, it wasn't. If there had been any sort of security issue, the Scotland Yard detectives wouldn't have allowed the event to start. It's that Meghan was unhappy that there was a charity there that she used to be involved with but wasn't involved with anymore, and that just annoyed her. It was a really weird engagement.
For the women of Fiji, it was like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to welcome a royal figure into their community, to hear words of encouragement, and to share their culture. But that dream quickly soured into a nightmare when Meghan ended her visit after barely 10 minutes. She abruptly exited the venue without considering the women who had waited hours in the heat just for a glimpse of her. Some had prepared gifts, others had rehearsed what they would say, yet Meghan brushed past them without a second thought. The palace later tried to spin the story, but eyewitnesses have now come forward to expose what really happened that day.
Stop, just cameras down.
4 months pregnant, Meghan Markle was rushed out of her visit to an indoor market in Fiji, citing security reasons.
The Fiji stop was part of Harry and Meghan's major royal tour following their marriage, a tour designed to strengthen ties with Commonwealth nations before the arrival of their first child, Archie. It should have been a celebration. They had already visited New Zealand, Australia, and Tonga without major incident, but when it came to Fiji, the wheels started to fall off. From the moment the couple touched down, people noticed a change. Harry, in particular, seemed on edge. Reporters who had previously enjoyed off-the-record chats with him were ignored, and he started being hostile toward them. Many now look back and say, this tour marked the turning point in his relationship with the press.
Everything makes sense, the sort of hostility towards the British media and how he was treating us. I don't expect anybody to feel sympathy, but it was a bit weird compared to the Harry that I knew from previous trips. It was quite hostile.
Different activities were scheduled for the couple across the days, but one event in particular was all about Meghan. A women's education and empowerment engagement had been carefully planned at Suva Market. It was meant to be her shining moment, a chance to show warmth, compassion, and solidarity with local women.
So there was one day in this epic tour that was specifically Meghan's day for women's education, empowerment, entrepreneurs, and I was at the engagement in the market in Suva, which was hot, but it wasn't chaos, and there was a clear route for Meghan to take there to meet all of these female businesses that she wanted to meet.
Organizers carved out 30 to 40 minutes for her to meet, talk, and connect. But instead of inspiration, what Fiji got was disappointment.
And it was supposed to last half an hour, 40 minutes, and it lasted about 15, if that.
On the morning of the event, excitement filled the air. The women had cleaned and decorated the market, arranging the space as best as they could. For many, seeing the Duchess of Sussex was a huge honor. Some walked long distances just to be there. Others carried carefully prepared gifts, hoping to present them as tokens of respect. When Meghan finally arrived, the crowd erupted with joy. Smiles, cheers, and applause filled the market. But then, something strange happened. What was supposed to last nearly an hour ended after just 15 minutes. Without warning, Meghan suddenly decided to leave. Her team immediately followed, while press officers began pushing cameras back and rushing the schedule. Within moments, Meghan had walked out. Eyewitnesses said she bypassed women holding gifts, ignored those waiting to shake her hand, and slipped straight into her car before zooming off.
The whole atmosphere changed in the royal party. It came from Meghan, I believe. And everything went into warp drive. And my cameraman, Rui, was the official British TV cameraman, the pool cameraman for that event. We got footage of the press officers sort of pushing him back, you've got to get back, you've got to get back. Everything went into fast forward. Meghan goes in, gets into a car. She walks past all these people who've lined up, all these women who've lined up for hours to tell her about their...
Those who witnessed it firsthand were stunned. Why would a royal walk out on women who had prepared so much? Why abandon the very people the event was designed to honor?
One of the stories is that Meghan was unhappy that there was a charity there that she used to be involved with but wasn't involved with anymore, and that just annoyed her. It was a really weird engagement.
The royal staff scrambled to contain the fallout. Within hours, a story was put out that Meghan had left because of a security issue. But that excuse also fell apart quickly.
Afterwards, the press officers and the staff were spinning it as a security issue. Well, it wasn't. If there had been any sort of security issue, the Scotland Yard detectives wouldn't have allowed the event to start.
The public knew that the venue had already been thoroughly checked multiple times before Meghan arrived. If there had truly been a threat, the event wouldn't have started at all. So, what exactly was the danger? No one could answer. The security excuse was flimsy at best. Later, another explanation emerged that Meghan had been upset because a charity she no longer supported was present, but was that really enough to walk out on an engagement planned for months? Critics found it petty and insulting. No matter how you looked at it, Meghan had failed. The event meant to highlight women's empowerment had turned into a moment of embarrassment. Those who had waited so long to see her left, heartbroken and disillusioned. Eyewitnesses say the women felt dismissed, as though their time and effort had meant nothing.
Very quick, only 15 minutes. Oh, I see, only 15 minutes. It's no good. It's better take another time to come again, eh?
I expected to be a little more longer to see all the handicrafts of the woman in Fiji. And yeah, we just expect the security, eh? All the bodyguards, they're doing their job, so we're thankful for that.
They have to give some more times for us, eh?
Behind palace walls, insiders claim staff were furious. Meghan's attitude had once again created a mess, and they were left scrambling for damage control. Multiple versions of the story were floated, but nothing could explain away the reality captured on camera. Meghan had walked out on her own event, a move that tarnished not only her reputation, but also the image of the royal family. This incident highlights the stark contrast between Meghan and senior royals who truly understand duty. Take Queen Elizabeth II. Even in moments of frailty, she always honored her commitments. Her historic visit to the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp was carried out with dignity and sensitivity. Her speech at Dublin Castle, delivered in Gaelic, deeply moved her audience and strengthened ties between nations. These were acts of service, not self-interest.
And to experience at first hand Ireland's world-famous hospitality. Together, we have much to celebrate. The ties between our people, the shared values, and the economic, business, and cultural links.
Or look at William and Catherine's visit to the Solomon Islands. Locals walked all day to attend an open-air service just to see them. Their presence was described as magical, their demeanor warm and respectful. They left behind admiration and goodwill, not disappointment. This is the difference. For true royals, every engagement is an opportunity to serve and to strengthen bonds. For Meghan, the Fiji market incident showed something else entirely: impatience, self-centeredness, and disregard for the people she was supposed to uplift. The narrative that it was a security issue has now been thoroughly discredited by eyewitness accounts. The truth, as many see it, is that Meghan simply didn't want to be there and left without caring how her actions would hurt the very women she was meant to empower. So, no matter what stories Meghan and Harry try to create, eyewitnesses have revealed that it is just who Meghan really is. Someone who doesn't respect others and has no regard for others' feelings and time. She cannot behave properly and keep her emotions in check, which makes her unfit for a royal. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.